to get that notification bell for the coach.
Listen.
And let's get some vid, man.
A lot of guys, but the guy that always skills and all the athleticism.
Jenny.
But he was 6'9".
Dawn, Matt, will that be okay? We don't know.
Man, that smoke was ridiculous, you know.
But we lost
his athletic ability is
If I was in the ground, in their stead.
Well, I do want to talk about this last subject of our black here, Tracy.
Damn.
Some
People
food.
of your era,
Everybody.
We're safe. The video.
Now,
Medical fees
there
asked by Combo Sports if Tracy is in the same class.
I say come in 27, then you guys say coming over.
We're gonna be long gone. We've been through worse than this.
Career as far as staying strong. Kobe did 20 years. I think that was the only major difference. As far as talent, Tracy had it all. He was a big-time player. He probably would have averaged the same amount of points nowadays, even as back then. He was good. Very, very talented. Definitely was on the level of Kobe and Jordan at one point in time. Don't miss that last. Our guy, Tracy McGrady, is going to be inducted into the Magic Hall of Fame. Y'all were talking in one of the breaks early in the show about the first time y'all saw T-Mac. Can you tell that story on TV?
Yeah, I was a counselor at the ABC camp. T-Mac was an unknown from Harlem, was the best player in the country at the time. In the first game of the camp, T-Mac played against Lamar. And I'll just say this, he went from unknown to the best player in the country in one game. It was He was along with him and Tim Thompson, T-Mac was the best high school player I've ever seen. He was a man among boys. He was doing things that NBA players were doing in high school. And I was a fan of that.
You just mentioned Tracy McGrady. Yeah. He works for us. Magic, you say. I mean, you couldn't say enough good things about him. This dude was unbelievable. How so? Because he could do everything. I think I told him until I said, bro, you could do everything I could do in a court. But you were 6'10". Literally everything. I mean, he had no weaknesses, offensively or defensively. And he was a nightmare to guard.
I always wish if I had one player to play with, it was this guy. Because he could do everything I could do. But he was taller.
You would have liked that too.
When I talk to kids about that, that's what I tell them. They ask about the hardest player I ever had to defend. I said, this is pretty easy. It was Tracy. Because he could do everything I could do. Every time I played against him, he played trying to solve puzzles. Trying to invent schemes almost. Because regular ones would work.
T-Mac was unleashed.
Here's a guy at 6'9" that, as if he was 6'3", can literally do everything. He can turn left shoulder, he can turn right shoulder, he can score from the post, he can score from the perimeter, he can facilitate, he can defend. Yeah, that combination is extremely dangerous. Anytime, brother. I gotta get a studio show.
Here's what I'm saying, T-Mac, you gotta do this, man.
I got work on that's the king of the day. But then once he jumps, the nigga jumps his life. He can't jump, so there's no way you can bounce his life. He'll answer you and then take off into space and shoot a jump.
A game with Tracy McGrady after about 8 years in a row where he averaged 26 and then shoulder and knee and that kind of thing. It's tall.
Okay. Why we gotta show Sean Bradley always getting dunked? No, I drafted McGrady in Toronto. And the thing that I saw in him that I loved about him in high school was that he did everything so easily. And it gave the appearance that he was nonchalant, he didn't care. But when you really broke it down on film, he was fast, he was athletic, he was quick. So consequently, he would always be there waiting and look like he was just, I mean, he was never out of position. Offensively, his moves were quick, but they were slow because he was that fast. So you had a chance to really see him in action, and I think from a shooting standpoint, from a passing standpoint, a ball handling standpoint, he was just about as good as we're going to see in this league. Maxed out in those offensive categories.
When I look at McGrady, it reminds me of why Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan, why Larry Bird is Larry Bird. It's not just talent. There's got to be a fire in the belly. There's got to be a competitive edge where you want to kill the guy across from you. And I've never played with Tracy. I've never had a conversation with him. But he's as talented as any player I've ever seen. But I don't think that fire ever manifested itself.
It's interesting. You touching on what you said, I said the demeanor, the look, the appearance, that he's not trying to. I don't think you lead the league in scoring.
This is crazy, man. Try this out, bro. Already.
He was 21 when he went to Orlando. Just took off. So he was still young. And the team wasn't that great. I think a lot of it was frustration. I think a lot of it was he just didn't know really what to do or how to. You have to have a little bit of a fire.
Michael better than the McGrady's, and even now Kobe and LeBron is the fundamentals of the game. He was still the best at. His correct hand was always in the passing lane. His footwork was impeccable. So it wasn't natural talent that got him over a lot of times. He, to me, was the most fundamentally gifted athlete ever. Fundamentals with athleticism. I had never seen, even Clyde Drexler, who was a great athlete, didn't have the fundamentals as Michael, but he had the athleticism and everything else. But those 3 years at North Carolina, and those 2 or 3 years at Wilmington High School, where he learned those fundamentals, what made Michael.
And I would agree with you, not only in terms of the fundamentals, but also who he learned from. I mean, you played under Coach K. You played under Dean Smith. I played under Bobby Knight. Dean Smith teaching Michael Jordan. So that level of philosophy coming down and understanding how to play fundamentally sound.
What it takes to win.
Yeah, I mean, and Bird had great coaching at Indiana State. I remember Carl Nicks, number 22, played at Indiana State with Larry Bird, and he was from Chicago, and Carl was on. So I remember him coming back for the summer. We were playing in the summer league, and I remember asking him, I said, is he really that good? He goes, he's that good, but his fundamentals are so flawless. Like, he never makes a mistake in terms of his setup for the shot. He never makes a mistake in terms of his left-hand layup or his right-hand layup. And his fundamental setup is so good, he always has time. So when Bird would catch the basketball, it would look like he would be able to catch it, spin it around, and because their setup was so good. And there's the same with Jordan.
Right.
And I think we mistake that for fire in the belly. We used to call it he has know-how. Like Bird, Jordan, them guys had fundamental know-how. McGrady, coming from high school, he didn't get the know-how. So everything had to be, tricky. Whereas them guys, even yourself playing under Lute Olson, right? If you don't play under Lute Olson, I don't know if you ever get into the NBA. Because the fundamental base that you had, that know-how that they gave you, it wasn't because you were a great ball handler, you were a great athlete, you could outrun everybody. You knew how to get open, and that came from great teaching and that those coaches.
Yeah, no, I totally understand what you guys are saying, but my point is, I look at McGrady and I think the guy was a brilliant jump shooter. I don't think his fundamentals were bad. They weren't what Birds or Magics or Jordans. But did he ever step on the floor and just intimidate people with his look? Larry Bird did that. Michael Jordan did that. You felt their presence.
You know what happens?
I don't think Tracy's presence was ever really
If you're winning, that look means something. Means more. When you're losing, like if you give me that look and I know it's behind you, that look don't mean that. You ain't got pit bulls back there. Those are little 2 hours, man. So guys, hopefully this reminded you how great Tracy McGrady was. Because man, I tell you what, he was definitely one of a kind. And tell me, what is your favorite Tracy McGrady moment? So make sure you like, share, subscribe.
Who else you know?
We don't want to speak these sounds like quite the party.
This shit, bro. I'm sick and tired of this shit, bro. I'm tired of this job already, bro.
What are you doing? I said get out of sight. Arthur, take cover in that shed over there. Arthur, get in position. Come on. Hello? Excuse me? Hello? Oh, hello, Frank.
What you want?
I am very sorry to disturb you. My friends and I, well, we got into some trouble up the way, lost in the storm. Gentlemen.
We can't help you, mister.
I got folks.
Arthur,
On the
Arthur,
trail.
we got a problem. Folks, there's a corpse right here.
I just need some
There's a body in the
or
wagon.
something.
I hear you. Just
Gentlemen.
keep your eyes on Dutch.
I think you should go now, buddy.
Now, friend, I ain't asking for much. Please, I am kind of desperate.
I don't believe it. Come here, partner. Come here. It's goddamn Dutch. Look out!
Search the cabin.